What's up, guys, and thank you for joining us here on Pour Over Finance, where we discuss all of the important news that's happening in finance for the day. Thank you for joining us once again here on Pour Over Finance. We appreciate that. Show us your appreciation. If you like what we're doing here, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be notified of when we're uploading new content, please go ahead and hit the notification bell so you are first notified when we're uploading new content here. So what we want to do is just kind of first things first, kind of look at where Bitcoin sits today. Today was not a very exciting day in terms of price action for Bitcoin. We did get to about the 40,000 level, but then a little bit of a steady decline, and we're still kind of hanging around the 39,000 level. Not a very exciting day in terms of just overall price action for Bitcoin, but we'll take it. At least we're not looking at it dipping even further down. But again, if it does, we understand the volatility of the cryptocurrency market, and we'd probably just dollar cost average, and wouldn't we? Anyway, moving away from that, we want to start off by looking at some of the things that are interesting today that are going on in the news. And I want to start off with Elon Musk wanting to purchase Twitter and then take it private. I think this would be a very good idea. Elon Musk is a very eccentric businessman. For a guy that's a multi-billionaire, I have to say he's one of the most transparent in terms of the fact that you can actually kind of see his thoughts in real time as he tweets. His products that he put out there, he speaks openly about it. You can tell he's a very intelligent businessman when it comes to the products that he's involved in. He's not one of these guys that are just an investor. He actually has a working knowledge of the products that he has associated with himself. And if you ever really pay attention to Elon Musk, one of the things you know is that he is very visible on Twitter. Very. So it looks like he's interested, after having purchased a 9.2% stake in the company, deciding to not sit on the board. He's now requesting to purchase this company. He's offered to purchase Twitter, and I believe it was $43 billion that was offered at $54.20 per share to purchase the company. He said this is non-negotiable, so either they take it or leave it. So this would be interesting to see if this happens, because he seems to be a guy that is very much for freedom of speech on social media. So to have him own this platform, I think it would be an overall good thing. There's a lot of censorship that happens in certain spaces on Twitter. One would assume that doesn't happen because there's some wild stuff on there. But yes, there is censorship. Channels get shut down. Well, not channels, but Twitter accounts get shut down if you say the wrong things. As you can see, Donald Trump is fully gone. Not to say that I'm a Trump supporter or anything like that, but just saying, in terms of people being able to openly speak, I don't think social media should be a place where people are being muted. Unless, of course, you're calling for violence and things of that nature. And I believe that's ultimately what got Trump out of here during the whole, I believe, January 6th incident, but we're not just going to get too much into that. All in all, it would be very interesting to see if Elon Musk was able to purchase and become the owner of Twitter. I personally use Twitter. Check out our Twitter page. And I would love to see this. More openness, more freedom of speech, more transparency when it comes to a social media platform is something I would absolutely love to see. And if it comes in the form of Twitter being owned by Elon Musk, I'm all for it. I 100% will support that. And moving into our second news item for today, this is a pretty interesting one, at least to me it is. So Jack Dorsey's first tweet ever could sell for just under $280. And this is after the NFT of this tweet was purchased for $2.9 million back in 2021. So the investor who purchased this NFT, entrepreneur, Sina Estavi, purchased this for $2.9 million back in 2021. And I guess he thought that this was going to be a great investment for him, because he wanted to sell this NFT for $48 million to be exact. And he was hoping that he would have half of the proceeds go to a charity of his choice, but didn't exactly work out that way. It's currently being projected to sell for $280. What a massive loss to put $2.9 million into this NFT. And I don't even want to know what the gas fees look like on that. And then only a year later for it to get a top offer of $277 is an insult. In either case, I don't think that Estavi has sold. I believe he relisted the NFT, but I don't know what made him believe that someone was just dying to get their hands on a tweet from Jack Dorsey, his first tweet, and be willing to pay $48 million. But then again, we do see NFTs of apes selling for that kind of money. So why wouldn't he make that assumption? But I believe the NFT market was red hot in 2021 and has since cooled down somewhat in 2022. So that may have a lot to do with it. What he probably should have done was purchase this. And when the whole NFT buzz was at its peak, at that point, he should have decided to sell. I don't know that waiting as long as he waited was a good idea ultimately for his whole process here. But yeah, we'll see if he relists it and this thing actually sells. That'd be a hell of a thing. A tweet being sold for $48 million. And when we're talking about ETH, we're throwing in gas fees with that. I don't know what that would look like, but I just honestly don't think that it's worth the asking price if you were to ask me. But no one's asking me. I just don't know. This, in my opinion, not a good investment. If it's being offered at $277 now, imagine where it could go from here. It may bottom out to nothing. Moving on from that, crypto wallet firm Ledger integrates tax solution to simplify reporting. This is something that the crypto market needs. Not only is it from Ledger, who is one of the retailers of cold wallets that you can purchase, hardware wallets, where you can keep your crypto offline so that you're not susceptible to having your crypto stolen. As you know, it's always being said that you should not keep your crypto on an exchange. Keeping it in a hot wallet is not a bad idea, but it is still susceptible to different things, especially if you're using wallets like MetaMask. There's a lot of scams out there. You connect your wallet, and before you know it, your tokens are being stolen because you've gone to a scam website, things of that nature. In either case, we all know who Ledger is. What I like about what's happening here is that Ledger is integrating a feature that allows you to pretty much aggregate all of your buys and your sells in terms of cryptocurrency, because as you know, tax reporting, at least for me, it was one of the things that really, it was one of those areas that was very gray in terms of if I buy crypto and I sell crypto, how do I report it on my taxes? I have to say I was I was not in a position of feeling confident about how I would do my taxes when it came to tax season with crypto, whether it gained or lost any of its value. And what these guys are doing there with the Ledger Live, it's allowing you, again, to aggregate your buys and your sells. You would be able to tell what your capital gains or your losses are, so you can start doing some tax loss harvesting. But what it basically does is just make it a little bit easier. And from my understanding, you can also implement this right into tax reporting services like, what's it called? TurboTax. So that makes it a lot easier in order to determine where your losses are, where your gains are, be able to get that into TurboTax, do your taxes, and say goodbye to the tax man rather than worrying about that. This is one of the things that I believe is going to make crypto a lot more digestible for the main market, because taxes are one of those areas that are still, in my opinion, largely confusing for most people. I know it is for me. And most of the crypto investors are not, we're not tax experts. So we don't know the tax law, and we're not too aware of what needs to be done to have our cold wallet implement a system that allows us to be able to make that a lot easier, to simplify the process. I think this is going to help a lot. So this is something I'm going to be looking into for the next tax season. Maybe not now, obviously, because here in the USA, our tax season is pretty much over at this point. So it may be a little bit late to implement this. But for this year, leading into tax season 2023, this would probably be something to look into if you're looking to simplify your taxes. Gemini, staying right within this area of finance and taxes regarding exchanges. We're dealing with Gemini's crypto exchange launching a credit card in the United States. This is very good news. Again, going back to adoption. So I don't know if any of you guys own credit cards that give you rewards. The best system ever. If you don't have one, I advise looking into it, because there's nothing better than spending the money you would have spent anyway to do things you do anyway, buying groceries, buying clothing, paying bills, whatever the case may be, buying gas, and to then have your credit card give you reward for using their system. So what the Gemini card is doing is that it is allowing you to get your rewards in the form of cryptocurrency. So imagine you spend, I don't know, $30 on gas weekly. And now every time you go to the pump, your credit card gives you a little kickback. But instead of it being in the form of US dollars, it's giving it to you in the form of Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever of your choosing. It actually goes on here to say that the Gemini credit card supports more than 60 cryptocurrencies for rewards, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and others. And if you have an account with Gemini, I'm pretty sure all of the cryptocurrencies that are available on their platform is probably what you're going to be able to use. And the beauty is that you're not even locked in to a specific cryptocurrency. You can change this. So if you were to be getting Doge rewards, and you figured, you know what, I would like to try getting rewards in a different currency, you can always change that. Imagine getting $200 worth of Bitcoin as rewards over the course of 2023, not selling it, and then 3 years from now, those $200 worth of rewards are $600. I think this is one of the best credit card offerings I personally have ever heard of. I know that there are other cards that do this, but for it to come from a company like Gemini, which I already have an account with, this is something I'm going to be looking into. The minute that this is available for me to apply, I will be getting this card. I can't wait to start getting my rewards in the form of cryptocurrencies, and I'm just going to hold it, baby. And then one day, I don't know, maybe my credit card will be able to purchase something really worthwhile other than going on Amazon and buying, I don't know, toilet paper with your rewards. So this is actually really good. If you're interested in something like this, feel free to check it out. I think this is going to be opening the growth to cryptocurrency investing even more, because people who are afraid of investing in cryptocurrencies might start saying, hey, you know what, let me take my rewards in the form of crypto and see where that goes. And as they see that their crypto wallets are growing, and they're seeing that the market is increasing, and they see that their reward starts to build, that might entice someone to actually go purchase more of said currency or just other currencies in general. So this is good. I can't wait to see what happens here. More adoption is always a good thing. And now getting rewards in the form of your credit card purchases is just awesome. And our last article for today is Solana NFTs are now heading to Rarible following an OpenSea debut. As you guys know from the last video, I was mentioning how I would like to get into Solana as a layer 1 blockchain more. This is something that I'm really happy to see. I've already started to just slowly buy into the Solana blockchain, but I'd like to continue to do that at a deeper rate, because I do think that Solana has a long way to go. I think that we're going to eventually see the Solana blockchain probably become as popular as Ethereum, specifically because of the fact that the fees are so much more digestible than the Ethereum gas fees. It's just, if you can save money and accomplish the same task with the Solana blockchain, why would you use Ethereum? I know that Ethereum has most of the adoption right now, but this is new. Let's see what happens 10 years from now. We never know. Solana may flip Ethereum. It may never flip Ethereum, but it still would be a good alternative. In either case, they were already on OpenSea, and now They are on the Rarible platform. So we're going to just see more adoption take place here with Solana. This is going to grow the blockchain. Apparently, their NFT market is not doing so well here in 2022, but that does not mean that we won't see a lot more adoption as the years go on. Remember, cryptocurrency is still in its infancy. Solana has a lot of room for growing. They're still improving the network. So we're going to see a lot of changes happen over time. And I think just integrating NFTs into different marketplaces is going to increase that adoption rate even more. I just don't understand what's with the apes. Why is it that so many of these NFT projects are apes? What's with the big ape obsession? In either case, if you're into NFTs and you you like not spending a lot of money on gas fees, and you care to try out the NFT marketplace for Solana on Rarible, it's available. Go ahead, check it out, purchase your NFTs, trade NFTs, whatever it is that you may do with them. I'm not much of an NFT user. I own no NFTs. I shouldn't say much of. I own zero NFTs. But that's not to say that things won't change. I just have not really found much of a use for it in my own personal collecting. So I don't know what that's going to offer with time. So we'll see. That's just a little interesting tidbit I figured that I'd bring to your attention. And that'll bring us to the end of our video for today. I would again like to thank you for supporting us here. We're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to become a place to aggregate news about the crypto and just traditional financial markets. We're going to be doing other things here on this channel as time goes on. I'd like to start doing things like coin reviews and things of that nature. But, you know, with time, we're still growing. We're still trying to, I guess, sharpen how we do things here. So with time, we'll grow and we'll be offering those things. I do want to, again, thank you for checking out our video today. And again, as I said, if you like what we're doing here, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of what we're doing. And if you care to be notified about when we're uploading new content, please go ahead and hit that notification bell. Invest wisely and be kind to each other. Peace.